All right. Okay. All right. So this video's been wasting away in my editing software for months, and I just need to get it on the internet. I started a podcast about 3 months back for a video that's coming way in the future, and it's called the Gold Lobbers Podcast. If you want to check it out, we talk about rom-coms. It's really silly. But that's been slowing me down a lot, and this video has been just really stifling me creatively, so I needed to just take a stand, pick a new direction for it, and just get it out on the internet so I can move on to the next thing. It's currently just after Thanksgiving in New York, and most of this video was shot in the summer in Michigan, documenting kind of the tech, dress, and preview process of my first professional acting contract, which was huge for me. I had so much fun, but I didn't shoot the coverage that I wanted to. The video isn't turning out the way I wanted to, so I'm shifting directions, and what this video is going to be instead is just a smattering of clips and opinions from how I was feeling at the time and kind of talking you a little bit through the process, but not in any great detail. There's not going to be any rhyme or reason. There's not going to be any deep emotional through line or anything. These are just some scattered clips of my debut as a professional actor, and I hope you enjoy it. So it's currently Thursday right now, and today is our dress parade. So I'm kind of down in the dressing room right now. No one else is in here. And this is my costume. Maybe angle this down. What's up, maintenance man? I'm a maintenance man. So it's costume parade right now. I only have one look, so I've tried on my one look and I'm getting ready to get out of costume. All the other characters have 4 or 5 different looks, so everyone's trying on all of their looks in sequence and then going upstairs to see how everything looks under the lights. Also, my favorite thing about the Purple Rose is we're not allowed to eat in costume, so they provide us with these bathrobes that we can use if we ever want to have a snack while we're in costume, which I think is the greatest thing in the whole world. First day of tech. So technically this isn't my first professional tech because we obviously teched in Common, but I wasn't performing for In Common, so all I had to do was sit there and watch. So this is going to be the first professional tech that I actually get to participate in, which is exciting and terrifying at the same time. I'm relieved that my first professional tech is like a straight play as opposed to a musical, because musical techs are really hectic and it's lots of waiting and lots of nonsense because musicals have hundreds of light cues and there's a pit that you have to worry about. Like Jukebox doesn't change locations ever. It all takes place in the same room. So the light cues are going to be pretty tame and there's not going to be that much for us to tackle. So I'm hoping that it's a relatively easy day of tech. We're going to get to reblock things and work on stuff. So it's going to be a good process and I'm excited about it. It's officially day 2 of tech. We got just about all the way through Act 1 yesterday, so today is largely going to be Act 2, and it should be smooth and fun. Starting out with my little coffee, and then we start in about 25 minutes, so just gonna relax till then. So we have our first dress rehearsal tonight, which means this morning I need to get a haircut and I need to shave my beard because the character I play is quite young and would not have a beard. But my director asked me early in the process if I'd be willing to wear a soul patch. And at first I was like, no soul patch. Then I thought about it for a minute and went, well, there would be an entire 2-month era of my internet content in which I would have a soul patch, which sounds hysterical, and I think posterity would appreciate it. So I'm gonna go get a haircut and then shave a soul patch. All right, this is our first dress rehearsal. Getting ready to go on right now, and this is the look. So this is my big break in Act 2. I have a nice break before our final scene, and final dress rehearsal is going chaotic. It's been a chaotic one, but it feels good to be out there, getting the work done, and you can hear him up there having fun. Tonight's the night. This is our first preview, so this is about to be my first performance in front of an audience as a professional actor. I feel good. We had a good work session today. We had a great final dress rehearsal last night. We worked out a lot of kinks today. The next time I talk to this camera, I will be a professional actor. I am a professional actor. I'm getting paid to do what I'm doing now, but I will have performed in front of an audience for money the next time I talk to this camera, which is wild. First preview is done. First professional performance is done, and ooh, We had a really good crowd tonight, almost a full house, really good energy from everybody. We made plenty of mistakes, little gaffes, getting the jitters out, but it was just great getting up there and getting the rep done, getting a feel for it, and interacting with the crowd. We learn so much in these previews. It's a great learning experience. So I'm about to head home right now, and then we've got a 2-show day tomorrow. So we've got a 3 p.m. show and an 8 p.m. show tomorrow. So we're not going to have any rehearsing tomorrow. It's going to be, we're going to come in, have our 1-hour call, do the first show, take our dinner break, do the second show, and then just go right home. And then, so our next actual rehearsal is going to be after our Sunday matinee preview. We'll have a rehearsal probably from 6 to 9 o'clock just to go over some notes, little things like that. But yeah, that's one show down, 55 to go. Getting ready to go on preview number 2. Gonna be a good one. This is a Saturday matinee, and we're gonna have dinner break, some notes, and then we're gonna come back for an evening show at 8 o'clock. So it's Sunday at about 1:45. We're getting ready for the 2 o'clock show today. This is our 4th preview. We had a 2-show day yesterday. The 2 shows both went pretty well. We had some technical hiccups that we had to get past, but they were great learning experiences for us, for the crew. So it was, those challenges are what the previews are for. We had props that weren't in the right place. There were some botched lines and little things like that. They are terrifying when you're actually on stage, but we're always thankful that it happens during the preview as opposed to during the run, because we like to learn from those little mistakes. Going on stage gets a little less terrifying every time. Like going out for my first entrance on Friday was terrifying because I get to my first place and I'm like 2 feet away from the closest audience member. Like they're right there, and it's crazy feeling all that energy in the room because it really is a small house and no seat is further than 20 feet away from the lip of the stage. It's one of those things that the Purple Rose is really proud about. They have a super intimate space. So it's gotten a little less anxiety inducing with every performance, and I'm feeling more comfortable as the previews go on. And then we're going to have a preview this morning. We're going to go on dinner break. We're going to do some notes and some rehearsal, run a couple things, some problem areas, some things that the tech crew needs to address. And then we have 2 days off, which will be much needed, and then we come back for our last 2 previews on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday is opening night, the big one. So this little tech through preview journey is almost over. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of the office here and get ready to go up on stage. We have arrived at the day of our final preview. We open tomorrow night, so normally we have a 2-show day on Thursdays, but we just have 1 show today. And then we're gonna have dinner break, probably a short rehearsal after that, and then that's it. The preview process is over. They're mowing the lawn behind me, so there's lawnmowers in the background. I feel like I wanna take a little time to just reflect on the preview process because it was so different than I was expecting and so wonderful. It was a really, really great experience that I really value. I don't know how I would have performed just going out there on opening night for the first time. I like that we were given that adjustment period before the show opens, as opposed to, well, it's opening night, the first weekend is going to be awkward and it's going to be weird, and the show is not really going to be a show until the second weekend. I like that we've had the opportunity to craft this show and refine it in front of an audience so that we really have a final product on opening night, which I think is really valuable, and I'm glad we've been able to do that. I think this last preview is going to be really fun, and I think opening night is going to be really great. Well, tonight is opening night, which is terrifying and exciting and wonderful, and it's going to be so fun, and it's going to be great. It feels weird to be nervous about opening night because we've just finished 6 sold-out shows, full houses, standing ovations every night. It's been great. We've been getting a really warm reception from our audiences. We've been getting a lot of good feedback. But tonight is the night where the show is set in stone. No more changes after this point. So it's a little nerve-wracking. Plus, this is the day where a lot of families here, a lot of other Purple Rose alums and fellow actors are here. So it feels high pressure, even though it shouldn't. I feel like the hardest part for me about tonight is just like do the same thing that you have done, like implement your notes and just get out there and treat it like the same show you've been doing. You know, don't try anything new, don't do anything different. You know, keep it fresh and energized and grounded and keep breathing, but you know, do what you've been doing. See how it goes, I guess. It's been a heck of a process though. So much learning. It's been really challenging. I mean, I've laughed, I've cried. it's been extremely challenging. You know, theater is not just, it's work. It's really gratifying work, but it's work. It's so different than I thought it would be, and it's been challenging but also rewarding. And tonight is the ultimate reward for all the effort and energy that we've put into this wonderful project. So, gonna go out there and give them hell, I guess. And here we are again. It's about 5 hours after I filmed that intro, and I got to the last clip and realized that that was just kind of it, and I should probably film some sort of an outro talking about what happened after that. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't anything crazy. We did 8 weeks of 7 shows a week. We sold out something like 75% of the shows, and it was really fun. It became monotonous, you know, routine after a while, as any type of work does. You know, theater is not this crazy rush all the time. You know, once you get 20, 30 shows into it, you settle into a groove and your emotions level out and it becomes lower stakes, and you have to start to fight to find the energy that you had right when you started. And that's a challenge. But overall, it was a phenomenal experience. Purple Rose is a great theater. The people that work there are phenomenal. Jeff Daniels is an incredible artistic director. He's a great person too. We had a really nice energy at the theater. Everybody was delightful to work with, and I had a really great time. The show closed at the beginning of September. I moved back to New York at the beginning of October, and now it's the end of November, and I'm working a silly little corporate job because working in theater is really tough. It's almost unthinkable trying to get jobs in theater in New York. This was a job that just kind of happened to me. I don't expect to act anytime again in the near future. I'm not mad about that. It's just the nature of the work. You know, I'm not auditioning right now or anything because it's really hard to make any money doing theater. Even, you know, the Purple Rose being one of, if not the highest paying theater in Michigan, I still lost a lot of money going to work on that gig. And that was living at my parents' house for free. Like, they paid me really well, but still, like, being an actor is tough. So now that I'm back in New York, you know, I'm working in something that's not theater, and I'm focusing as much energy as I can into my creative pursuits and my creative endeavors. So thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.